Okay, so you remember in our last problem, we had something like 4m times m plus 3 minus 7 times m plus 3. I think that was in the last video, that problem. And I said, okay, in this problem you have stuff minus stuff, right? And I said, I talked about this being subtraction. So, subtraction. Okay, so then we said, all right, well, they have m plus 3 as the greatest common factor, so we took out the m plus 3, and then we had left 4m minus 7. And now we have stuff times stuff, multiplication. And that's what we're trying to do in factoring. We're trying to get stuff times stuff. We're trying to get multiplication to happen. Okay, so the method we're going to use now is factor by grouping. So we're going to try to create this situation over here is what we're going to do. And then we'll be able to factor it. So now here's an example. Many times when we're going to do grouping, it's going to have 4 terms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split those 2 terms, or those 4 terms up into 2 groups. That's why it's called factoring by grouping. So I have students draw a little dotted line there to help them. Okay, now look at the first 2 terms. Just the first 2 terms. What do they have in common? What is their GCF? Well, they both have a y. So take out the y, and you have x plus 8. Okay? So that's the first part. Now, maybe I should extend my dotted line. Extend my dotted line here. Okay. Now, I'm going to look at the last 2 terms. Now, something that's really important, this is an addition sign, and that addition sign is right there. That is an addition sign, and that addition sign is important. Okay? So, there we go. All right, now look at the last 2 terms, the 3x and the 24. What do they have in common? 3. So I factor out the 3, and I have x plus 8. Now I'm going to recopy this. So I have y times, you don't have to recopy it when you're doing these, but I'm going to recopy it so you can see what's going on. Okay, that's the situation we had with the last video, the m's of that thing, okay, and the apple and the pumpkin or whatever. Okay, so look and see, these have a common binomial factor. So they both have the x plus 8. So you take out the x plus 8, I'll put that in front. And then what do I have left? Well, I have left, I'll put it in green because sometimes this part's hard for students to understand. You have a y plus 3. Very colorful. Okay? And now I have stuff times stuff, right? I've got a binomial times a binomial. And if I multiply that out, if I distribute or FOIL, it's going to work out. Okay? And I'll do the check for you so you can see it. So the x plus 8 came out. I just have one of them because that's the common factor they have. And then what's left was what I had in green. So that part came there and that part came there. Because a lot of times students are, where did you get this? Where did you get that? That's where everything's coming from. Okay. Now, you don't have to take it out, the x plus 8 in the front. You could also write this as y plus 3 times x plus 8. And it doesn't matter. Multiplication is commutative, so it doesn't matter which one you write first. And when I correct them by hand, I know, and when WebAssign corrects them, they know as well. So you don't have to put the answer twice. Either one's fine. So, okay, let's look at this one here and do the check. X plus 8 times y plus 3. So this will be a review of foiling. So you go x times y, xy, x times 3, 3x. So we're going, I don't know if we've gone over FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. That's FOIL. So when we say first, we mean the first 2 terms. So the x times the y, that's the f. And then the outer is the 2 on the outsides, x times 3. That's where the 3x came from. And now we do the I, the inners, the 8y. And then finally we do the lasts. So we get 24. Now, that should be what we had at the beginning. It's not quite the same order, but they're all the same terms. They're all there. Okay, so this is the check. What's the answer? Well, I got lines all over everything, but this is the answer right there. Or you can have this be the answer if you like that. If you like the other or that order better. Okay. Whew. So there's that one.